Good morning. This still life demo will show you how to use layering. That's painting areas more than once and drying between the layers. Because you can paint as many layers as you need. You can use them to darken a color, to change the hue, or add shading. Now the free outline, reference photo, etc. are available at watsonwatercolor.com. You can find the link in the information at the bottom of this video. I'm starting with the blue wine bottle. I want it darker at the top and bottom and light blue in the middle. For the darker areas, I'm using indanthrone blue, and for the lighter areas, I'm using cerulean blue. I start at the top with a size 6 brush and my darkest blue. Now, I'm painting around some white highlights, but feel free to paint over them, as you could just easily add the white highlights with opaque white at the end. The best way to apply a wash is to start at one side and work your way down. Don't go back into the part that you've painted. I start with the dark color and then switch to the lighter color in the middle area, going back to the dark at the bottom. Now, I would really like a smooth blend between the colors, but overworking any layer is a bad idea. Just do what you can in one layer and move on. You can come back as many times as you want. I'm also adding a cork at the top with burnt sienna. Next, paint the liquid in the cup. For my wine color, I mixed red with a little purple. The bottom of the wine in the front is darker, and the top of the wine is lighter. Now, I know this square cup has a lot of edges, and you can make this painting a lot easier if you just draw and paint a simple round cup. But you'll still want it darker in the front and lighter on the top. Last, I add just a touch of dark to one side of the top. That creates a little spot of interest. The first layer on the lemon is, you guessed it, lemon yellow. Once again, I'm painting around the white highlights. To add a little shading on the lemon, you can mix brown with orange or yellow. Lay in the shadow areas, one on the back and one by the front end, and let them blend softly. Remember, don't play with your washes and try for perfection. You'll get much better results with layers. Lay down a smooth wash of color and leave it alone. That's the hardest part, leaving it alone. While these dry, I'm thinking about the shadows they cast on the table. The glass has a dark line at the bottom with a bit of shadow going to the left. Now that the first layers are dry, I'm going to start on the second layers. The top of the bottle looks good, but the bottom dried kind of in a line instead of a gradual blend. So my second layer works on bringing the dark up from the bottom. See how simple layers make painting? The shadow under the lemon can be any color you like. I'm using brown or orange plus a little blue to darken it. I go carefully under the lemon and then make the shadow longer on the left side. And while it's still wet, I add an even darker bit just under the lemon. And since I'm working on the lemon, I also darken the two shadow areas another bit. Now, shadows on lemons can be brown or orange or even a greenish color. However you see it is the way you should paint it. I'm going to paint the label on the wine bottle with kind of a neutral shadow color. I'm not sure what to do with the labels. My original bottle didn't have a label, but I thought it would look nicer with one. So I'm just making this up as I go along. My glass cup gets a darker line of color under the top rim in the back and the front. Now for the background. You can also layer your background, so don't get nervous. I'm starting with a light mix of yellow and brown, but you could use gold or whatever color you like. Mix a big puddle of this color, more than you think you'll need so you don't run out. Since the background is a large area, use a large wash brush. This background does not need to be smooth, so I'm laying it on dry paper, letting my brushstrokes show and even skipping areas. The background color will show through the clear glass of the cup, but be careful to paint around the white rim at the top if you can manage it. If you paint over the white rim, you can also add that at the end with opaque white. You can stop with your background at any point. The color and value in your paintings is a personal choice, and every person looks at things differently. My taste run to darker pictures. The last area to get painted is the bottom of the table. Having a dark area at the bottom of a still life will help you seat your objects so they don't look like they're floating. I mix a dark wash by mixing orange and purple with a little bit of blue. That makes a nice dark brown. I start with a large brush. It is a large area, but in order to keep the edges around the objects, like the lemon, I switch to a smaller brush. Paint this bottom color right over the shadows. So I'm kind of outlining as I go. Outline with the small brush, but never outline farther than you can paint in one brush load of color, because an outline can dry before you get back to that area, and then the outline shows. So, small brush, large brush. While this wash is still wet, I take a small brush load of water, clean water, and drag it across the bottom to create some blooms that suggest wood grain. This is just a fun thing to do. Evaluating again, the background and the foreground are really very different looking. Since I want the colors in this composition to flow, I use some of the foreground color to do yet another layer over the background, and I'm still leaving bits of the initial color showing. And while it's still wet, I throw in some blue from the bottle. Dry well. Do you think anything needs another layer of color? This painting is almost done. For my finishing touches, I'm using opaque white to clean up the white areas. I soften the edges on my white highlights. You can use white to add the highlights to the top of the glass if they were painted over. Lemons have a bumpy texture, so to suggest that, I'm dotting white around the highlights. On my lemon, the bottom of my lemon looks a little bit flat, so I'm using white to restore the shape, and once that dries, I'll just paint a little yellow over top. Oh, I almost forgot about those shadows we covered up. The dark line goes back under the objects with a bit of that shadow going to the left. The yellow of the lemon is very eye-catching, so it would be good to repeat that somewhere. Looking at my reference photo, I see there is a reflection of the lemon on the bottle, so I decide to add that. Use a just damp brush to re-wet the reflection area and dab up some of the paint with a paper towel. Then paint the yellow color in the lifted area. And that's our still life, painted with layering. Layering helps take the stress out of painting, which makes it more fun, and you still end up with a better painting. So I hope you like layering and give the still life a try. Everybody's painting is unique. That's the fun part of painting. Happy painting!